Ladies and gentlemen, we have started with you the series with a wide perspective, and I'm happy most of you right now achieving the good results with the King's Gambit. And most of my subscribers ask like somehow their problem with the wide perspective, the openings got fixed, but they're having a hard time what to play against white with a black perspective. And my simple response for that would be when the opponent goes for the e4, the thing that we are going to play from now on, it's gonna be the d5 to the Scandinavian. In the current video, you're gonna watch two of my games that I played with a black perspective by playing the Scandinavian Defense. I would say Scandinavian Defense even more simpler than the Caro-Kann because there are less variations and most of the times it's just like structure based. And of course, there would be some moments definitely you need to memorize some variations, but again, it's less work than the Caro-Kann, and most of the times it's pretty like a simple position on the board. And this opening that I can recommend you to anyone who started just playing chess, to anyone who wants to reach 2000 rating on a chess.com. So without further taking your time, I would invite you to watch two games I played against 1100s. Alright, we got with a black perspective, and we go for our favorite Scandinavian to d5. E takes d5 on the board, knight f6, and which move white gonna play here? He gonna be greedy and save the pawn, or he gonna let that? Nope, he likes the pawns. Okay, we go to our mainline variation, we're gonna sack the pawn again, like this way, e6. If he takes, yep, we're gonna take. And now it's kind of Scandinavian, but more specifically, it's Portuguese gambit we have on the board. Okay, the opponent is playing knight f3, and it's very clear why he's doing that, because he wants to get the center. But we doesn't really want that happen, and how we can stop that. The first way can be bishop b4, but I'm seeing if we go bishop b4, there's a3, we go back, and then b4, these, and our bishop might get trapped. Another best way that you can stop this would be just by playing c5 and leaving the opponent with a backward d pawn. Queen b3. Not really a purposeful idea, but yeah, it is attacking our pawn. And here we can go something too tactical, like by sacrificing the pawn, letting the opponent take it, and getting more development. And also trapping the queen. Or we can go for a simple direction like queen d7 that guards the pawn. Let's see which one to go. I mean, usually if I wasn't FIDE master, I probably would have gone something b6 or would have defended. But definitely we think in a different way. So that's why, can I go knight bd7? He takes, but I'm not really seeing good follow-up. How about if I go there, he takes my pawn, and I go knight b4. That looks good. This one looks good because I'm seeing that I can thread the fork. This one looks good. Let him take the pawn. Let him take the pawn. Come on, man, take the pawn. And then knight b4. Yeah, we will be down at 2 pawns, but the speed of our pieces that's going to attack is incredibly fast. And if he doesn't take my pawn, then queen b3 would be kind of a little bit wasteful because queen really not doing there anything. It's not taking the pawn b7. Yeah, my opponent is taking some time. Because yeah, it now feels like maybe risky for my opponent because after knight b4, it's not even I'm threading the fork. His queen feels like can get trapped there, you know. So yeah, it's up to my opponent to make the decision here. Okay, he captured finally. Okay, after thinking. Okay, we go for the same plan, knight b4. Everything under control, it's defended, perfect. Queen b5 is not really threat. I got a bishop d7, knight c2. Actually, we have the threat, not the white. We have the threat, that's a fork. If he will be able to stop the fork, then I think I can kind of focus on the queen. Yeah, he played knight a3, that stops this threat. And my goal is right now should be kind of trap the queen, right? Yeah. If I go there, he's taking. after that, I'm not really seeing good follow-up. Let me actually just develop my another piece. And then maybe castle, then focus on trapping the queen. Because I'm seeing there is no real way queen can escape somewhere. Queen b5 followed by bishop d7. Or do I? Okay, I figured out here's the idea that I can trap the queen. Because right now I'm realizing all he can escape is queen b5 because other squares are completely covered by my pieces. And I cannot rook b8 since I'm leaving this pawn undefended. How about if I go there? This one is tricky one, right? Just bishop d7, trapping the queen. And I couldn't went here as well. Yeah, like he could have just captured my rook. But bishop d7, I'm going for bishop c6. And I'm not sure if there's a real way he can try to stop it. All right, I mean, he is clever, actually. He is clever. Because he realized that I'm like bishop c6. It just feels like I trapped the queen, but no, that's a mate. Wow, I mean, good for him that he figured this out. But what if I just castle? What if I just castle, right? For example. Or I can even play h6 just to kick out from where it came from. Okay, actually when I castle, he can go backwards. Very nice. So that's why I'm just gonna kick out his knight. Let's see, going back. Okay, knight e4. What does it really do? It does really do the thing that if I take, he's taking and his queen is on a freedom. Nope, I don't want that to happen. But can I still go for my idea because there's no mate? Okay, I go there. And this is also guards my rook and attacks the queen. So if he takes that, I can take back with the queen. Is that easy? Okay, let's go. Bishop c6. Bishop c6. There we go. Double attack. And I mean, yeah, I mean, a little bit lucky for him. He's taking that with a check. So, yeah, waiting for him. I'm just gonna pre-move, like taking the knight. Let's see. Yeah, I think he's gonna take his here. He's gonna take his here. That's why, guys, don't be just greedy like in chess. In chess, usually pawn is like the stuff that you should least care about. But what to say, like at this level, I was also the same when I was like your level, because it feels like having extra piece means you're winning, but it's not always the case. It's usually like in general, depending on the position. Okay, now his queen is trapped, and actually he has a one strong move here. I don't know if he figures that out. He's under attack, but he should counterattack me. Okay, wow. I mean, he's figuring out this sort of tactics. Just good work for him. This is just wow. I didn't expect that. Okay, yeah, there's a little bit problem we have right now. Like if I take his taking, it's not really working. And what if I try to save the queen, like for example, queen e6? Oh no, sorry, knight 7 is coming. How about if I go queen e5? Knight 7 check. Okay, that's only check. And then I will go king d7. Is everything under control? Everything. Yep, okay. I'll just go queen e5. Yeah, like he has still fork, but his queen is still trapped. His queen is still trapped. Okay, but there's now queen c7 move. Queen c7, I can actually go for some sort of then tactics. Yeah, queen c7. I mean, this is just wow. This guy is kind of pretty good. But I'm seeing now I can go for counterattack. It's gonna be knight d3 check. Knight d3 check. King f1 followed by bishop g2. Yes, I'm completely changing my plan, and also I need to mention these tactics cannot be really figured out at the 1100 rating, because you need really to have a good tactical vision, and you also need to calculate till the end to see if it's really winning. Okay, let me just calculate. Bishop g2, king g2, knight f4. And every of my move is happening with a check. Yeah, because I have to be quick enough. Let's take this with the check. Bishop g2. Knight f4 check now, like double attack. Okay, king f1 is a mistake. I think he should have went something king g1 perhaps. Would have made... I mean, it's still gonna be losing, but this is pretty quick checkmate. We're gonna take with the queen. And the next move is a checkmate. Yeah, I think perhaps the opponent resigns that. Okay, he's playing till the mate. But eventually what we got here, like, and the mistake the opponent did was that he just went for pawns. He spent the time for that to take that. And again, as I said, never ever underestimate, like, the Scandinavian, first of all. And secondly, never ever evaluate the position based on how many extra, like, pawns you have or extra something you have. Sometimes there'll be moments you can be even extra rook, right? But you're getting mated in one. So we got an opponent, and there we go, the e4. And we go to our favorite Portuguese gambit, like Scandinavian, playing d5, and then we're not gonna take queen d5 because we don't really want to spend two tempos going back and forth. We're gonna play knight f6, taking back the pawn with our knight. And usually in this case, the opponents can go into two directions. It's whether knight c3, which my opponent played, or sometimes some opponents can be too greedy. They're gonna go and guard the pawn. Okay, there's knight c3 on the board. Now we are totally fine to take this. And you see the difference, guy. The difference is here. If I went queen d5, there would have gone knight c3. I would have gone back and I would have spent my time. But now my queen is centralized and there is no really danger to my queen. All right, so he's attacking my queen, and it would be bad idea if I go backwards again. I have two options. I can go queen a5, which usually we know on the wings, queens are the most safest. Or I can go to something queen e4 check, attacking to my opponent's king. Because I'm seeing he cannot block with the bishop since his pawn is hanging. And if he trades a queen, I am actually fine with that, because our goal is to get equal position. But as I'm seeing, my opponent is kind of made a mistake right now. Bishop e2, blundering his pawn. And thank you for that. I can say right now black is absolutely already winning because we got a pawn. It just takes for us to make this advantage into a clearly winning position, just being more like development. And my opponent goes queen a4 check. I think I got what he really wants to do. I think he thought that I will go there, he will go there, and it's a double attack, and then he can just take my knight and fork my king and the rook. But the thing is that the best defense is counterattack. I can just go bishop d7, and the next move I can just take the rook. Everything's under control. Yes, like playing against Scandinavian is not that easy usually. And it just really takes for the opponents to have some like a knowledge how to play against that, because when they play like themselves, figuring out the moves, as you can see, they can end up having this sort of position. Okay, I'm just taking the free rook. Bishop f3 even not that strong here, because I'm gonna take that with a check that knight. So yeah, the opponent's under huge trouble. Okay, there's d4. I'm gonna just take that with a check. Bishop f1. Let's sacrifice the pawn. I'm not sure the opponent realized that or not, but let's sacrifice. Maybe he takes. Because queen b7, just bishop c6. Okay, no problem. Bishop c6. Good for him. He realized that. And I also blundered here, looks like, right? Never underestimate the opponent. But anyways, like, we could have actually stopped the video here, but anyways, I'm just playing till the end. Let's just take it.